Dobry večer, good evening. I'm here in Prague and I'm in Florence, which is the main bus station where you get out of Prague. And I'm heading to St. Anton in Austria. Why am I going to St. Anton in Austria? Well, I'll tell you in a moment. But first, let's take a trip down memory lane. So this all started back about 2 years ago. Actually, exactly 2 years ago. Around late November 2017. I had been traveling for about 7 months in Europe, solo backpacking. Quit my job, been saving quite a while in Australia and traveled around Europe, and I loved it. And I was in Prague, living here with some locals that I became quite close friends with. And I'd been offered 2 jobs over winter. One was here in Prague as a salesperson over the phone, speaking English, which had reasonable pay actually, and I was considering it. And the second option I had was I was offered a job position as a ski technician in a little ski resort in France. So I was deliberating, should I go to France and work this ski season? Should I stay in Prague, stay here with my buddies, or should I go back to Australia? I decided to go back to Australia. It was cold for me. People looked miserable. Late November. You know, rain was basically turning into ice, I remember. I was wearing like 2-3 jackets. It was crazy, really. I was not used to it. It was my first dose of being in Central Europe and being in the transition month from autumn to winter, basically, and I didn't like it. I thought of Australia, and I thought, hey, this is basically summertime. I could be surfing, I could be rock climbing, hanging out with my friends, seeing my family, which I dearly missed. So I decided to go home, which turned out to be a great decision anyway. But here I am 2 years later in the same place, but this time with my homeless bag of goodies for the ski season, with my day pack full of electronics, and my backpack full of clothing. And this time I've been offered a position as a bartender in a 5-star hotel in one of Europe's top après-ski or party scene ski resorts, with some awesome runs that people from all over the world and all over Europe specifically come to ski and snowboard. So I said yes. So here I am, getting ready to get on a bus to Munich, which is going to be about 5 hours. So I'm going to get there tomorrow morning around 5:30 because it's almost midnight. And then I'm going to head to St. Anton by train. So I wanted to share this video with you guys and share this experience from start to finish, show you guys what the process is to find work at a ski resort in Europe, what the pay is like, what the conditions are like, what you do day to day, how many hours you work, what the scene is like behind the scenes working in, you know, this hotel. So I hope to inspire you guys to do something similar, to get out there, to show you guys what it's like. Maybe you don't want to do it, and most of all, to share this local experience with you and to take you along on this journey. This is us, the Flixbus just arrived, so we're gonna get on. Dobry večer. It's time to show our tickets and get on board. Here. So it says it's 6 degrees outside. We are getting warm and acquainted here in our randomly assigned seating position. And here we go, going to Munich. The journey begins. So So just made it to Munich here in Germany. It's pretty cold. It's about 5:50 in the morning, and I'm about to go head over to Munich Hauptbahnhof, the main central station here, and grab a train to St. Anton in Austria. There it is, Hauptbahnhof, central station here in Munich, and from here we're taking a train to St. Anton, and I believe we're stopping in Innsbruck. So let's just confirm the details here. We've still got about 40 minutes actually, so it may not even show up under the departures or Abfahrts. So let's see where we can find some info here. So there it is, heading in the direction to Kufstein on platform 15. You can double check that it's the right train by looking at the train number as well, which is listed on your ticket. So I've got a digital ticket, it's got a QR code as well, I'm going to show you guys in a second. And it does say to print the ticket, but I've also had some buddies here in Germany say that if it does have a QR code, you can just use that as well. And like a lot of travelers and backpackers, I don't have access to a printer, so that's going to have to do. So I just got on the train and we are heading to Kufstein Bahnhof, and then we are changing trains to St. Anton. So I don't know if you guys can see there. We've got Munich to Kufstein and to St. Anton. Okay. So on our way to St. Anton in Austria, and the mountains are getting more and more beautiful. Getting a little bit of snow. We've had a bit of blue skies actually as well, which has been awesome, which I'm stoked about. But we'll be there in about half an hour, so we're going to see what it's like. First day, getting ready, getting set up. Gonna walk around town and get settled in. That's it, so just made it to St. Anton am Arlberg. So let's get our stuff and head over to the staff quarters of the hotel where I'll be staying at. Well, thanks for joining the trip, guys. And this is just the first installment in the series about moving to the Austrian Alps and working here for a season, to show you guys what it's all like, to have you join me on this journey together. So let's keep in touch, subscribe, like the video if you like the journey, if you're curious to find out more, comment your thoughts and let's have a discussion. Auf Wiedersehen.